Hey, look, it's a Tyler Perry movie. This is Mea Culpa. Uh, I'm gonna obviously review this film, but I'm gonna need you to click that subscribe button because we're legally obligated to ask for it, I think, because we all do it. So click subscribe. This stars Kelly Rowland, Trevante Rhodes. That's really it. Those are the only two people I recognized in the cast. It's written and directed by Tyler Perry. Um, and It has audio description on Netflix. Actually, I'm gonna be real honest. This is the best audio description I've heard this year so far. True story. I'm gonna let that sit in. I'm gonna let that sink. There's some really great moments in here. There's a moment where there's a painting that's hanging over like a piano. That whole thing was described really well. There's a sex scene where like dripping gold paint onto Kelly Rowland's nipples. It's, this man started out making church plays. I don't know how he got here, but the old Tyler Perry is gone. This is Tyler Perry after dark. So, um, there's a lot of stuff in here. It's actually really well described. Every detail you need to know. There are action sequences where things happen, um, and yeah, it's all really well described. I don't know. There's just everything in this film. I was never it never dropped the ball for me. I felt like there were solid character descriptions and where people were standing and like the kind of expressions on their faces. This is a weird sort of psychosexual thriller like we used to make in the 90s with Basic Instinct, Fatal Attraction, Sliver, where everything was just sort of like heightened and it was a thriller and it was dangerous because somebody might be a killer, but they're also really hot, but they might be a killer. Ooh, what do we do? Like one of those things. It's just um yeah, so it fits in perfectly with the early 90s. Not so much today, but I don't know, maybe he'll revive it. This is getting like really bad, but it's Tyler Perry, so of course it is. Of course the internet is trolling Tyler Perry. Do I like Tyler Perry as a director? Not really. He tends to he tends to just kind of, I don't know, make things. He doesn't really have a great eye for what's good and what's not, what his cast is good for and what's not. He's more of like a high volume director. Like if I put out enough stuff, which is working really well for him. I mean, he's worth a ton of money. He built his own studio. He basically owns BET at this point. So I who's to say, his methods are, but I've tried to watch his TV shows and I just can't watch them. I some of his movies, I think the last movie I saw of his was Jazz Man's Blues. I believe he gave that like a C. But this is basically where Mea Culpa is going to be. Her name is Mia. Her name is Mia. So that's why Mea Culpa is the title. She's a lawyer that's Kelly Rowland plays a defense attorney that takes this case when this painter is accused of murdering his girlfriend, savagely murdering his girlfriend. And yeah, it's obviously like there's this chemistry because it's Trevante Rhodes, who I remember seeing in Moonlight. That dude is ripped. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, first of all, I made a post like a long time ago when people were like, "What do we do with Jonathan Majors? What do we do with Kang?" And I was like, "Cast Trevante Rhodes, please, please give that man a career." Um, just he's a way better actor. I think we forgot that. We forgot that he was in Moonlight and he was really good. And his career has kind of gone here. Um, I would much rather see his career get saved and thrown into, oh, hey, look, Kang looks different. It's Trevante Rhodes now. Oh, cool. We can continue on. We'll just pretend the other guy was not here, and it's just Trevante Rhodes is here now. And he gets to become a huge star from being in things, the kind of star that he deserves to be. Yeah, he's fine in this. Kelly struggles a little bit because she doesn't have the acting experience, but she's not that bad. I mean, this is not like a painful experience to sit through. She delivers her lines rather well, especially for a streaming movie. Um, I didn't really have a problem with it, and for a Tyler Perry movie, like I've seen worse. So, yeah, I didn't hate this, guys. I really didn't. I don't think that too many people. I don't think it's good, but I didn't hate this. I think there are people out there that are. It has like a 4 point something on IMDb and like a 30 Metacritic. The Metacritic is a little predictable, but the four actually is kind of predictable for the internet. It's just not really representative of where this film is against other films. Even against other Tyler Perry films. There are other Tyler Perry films I would rather not watch ever again. This would be on the more sort of like Jazz Man's Blues, where it's like, it's got problems, but whatever. Most of the ending is weird, and there's some stuff that they never explain that they put out there that they're just like, we're going to introduce this, and it's going to shock you. We're never going to explain it. Even after the twist, we're never going to go back. No one's ever going to ask a question as to how this happened. Somebody's gonna be like, I know that you've seen everything like, well, what? Well, what? Tell us. You're the critic. For example, the one of the reasons that they know that it was him is that the painting, and Kelly Rowland shows some pictures of the crime scene, that there was an intense amount of blood and even like fractured skull pieces, and then apparently he used that in a painting. Now, by the end of the film, once you know what everything is, that doesn't make any sense. But nobody ever explains it. It doesn't. When you come back around, by the end of the film, once they're like, well, this is everything, and we're going to wrap up the film, and Mia just kind of like walks off. She just kind of walks off at the end of the film. Almost like there could be a season 2. She walks off in the way that there will be a sequel to this, where she's going to defend someone else. That's the kind of walk-off you get. Is it feels like I just watched the season finale of something. They just, there's a lot of things that don't explain. Some random things happen here. They go to this weird, like, sex club. Mia's in it for, like, 2 seconds and then pieces out. They never just bring it up. They just, what is this? I just don't know what Tyler Perry's doing. He feels like this is uncomfortable for him to do, but he really wants to make this film. He's like, I really want to make a sexual thriller, but I have no idea what this is or how to direct it, but I'm going to do it, damn it. And it's just kind of a lot of cliches thrown together. I see why people don't, but it's not that it doesn't work, and the twist is odd but solid. I mean, I'll admit I didn't see it coming. And, especially to the extent at which it goes. Even when you get the twist, and then it just like twists some more, and you're like, what? What? Yeah, it keeps going sort of in a direction where you're just like, huh, what? Wait a minute, I don't understand. Yeah, it's it's fine. You watch this or don't watch this. If you like Tyler Perry movies, you might like this a little bit more than everybody else. If you already don't like Tyler Perry movies, you're already like pre-programmed to not like it. I do actually try to approach all of his films with a clean slate, even though I've got some stacked, like, oh god, Tyler Perry movies. Anyway, I've got some that I just never want to see again. This is not one of them. This is sort of in the middle for me. This is middle ground Tyler Perry. And just like Jazz Man's Blues, he's just right down the middle of the road for Netflix, just producing sort of mundane things that could be better. I think Trevante being in this makes me like it a little bit more. Because I do. I think he's solid in this, and I have high hopes for his career. I hope he pulls out of this funk that he's in, where he's in a straight to streaming Tyler Perry movie. Like I said, uh, do or don't. I'm giving Mea Culpa Mia Culpa a C. You know, it is what it is. I think I've seen worse films this year. I've seen some worse Tyler Perry movies. Yeah, so it's an easy target for a lot of people. So, yep, there you go. I would do more if I wanted spoilers, but man, this film can easily be, and you don't want it ruined for you. So the whole reason to watch this is the bonkers twist. Just absolutely bonkers twist. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I have a website, MacTheMovieGuy.com. You can follow me on X, Twitter, or Instagram, Mac the Movie Guy. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acb.org, to let you know what has audio description where you can watch it. And you can go to theadna.org, that's theadna.org, to let you know who's narrating your favorite film and television series. That's it for me today. I'm going to watch something else and see you guys on the other side.